Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy LB and welcome back again to my video tutorial. Guys, in this video, I'm going to show you how I create this trading 3D house effect inside Adobe After Effects. That's a very simple trick. There is no other plugin which I'm using, just it is software only. So stick around, let's jump in After Effects just right now. Okay, so move this image here on this timeline of this Adobe After Effects. Okay, so this is how my image is, PNG, JPG, just you can choose whatever image you want. Okay, so now the things I'm going to do, now just click here on this image and go here on pen tool. First, the things I'm going to do, I'm going to mask this house. Okay, so now let me beginning by here. So I have to select this house, okay? Then you have to mask it well using this pen tool, okay? Let me hurry up. Yeah, this is good. This is good. Okay, so now I'm done, okay? So now you have to check it well if your house is masked as well as possible, okay? So now let me go here on the selective tool, open up this mask effect on this layer, and then click here on add, choose here on subtract. You see guys, the house is disappeared. And so now close, I'm going to duplicate this layer, okay? Control plus D on your keyboard. You see I got two layers, and come back here on this first layer, open up this mask, and then back here on ads. You see the house is back. And guys, close this layer and let's click here on it. Click here on rename it as buildings. Guys, this layer is for buildings. Yeah, and then this second layer is for background. Yeah, this layer is for background. Yeah, this good. So the next one, is click here on this background layer, okay? And then let me select one keyframe of this second background, okay? Not first is the second background. Yeah, one keyframe, okay? So now I have been selected the one frame. Yeah, just it is one frame, guys, okay? And then click here on window, and then go here on content and aware, okay? So let me disappear this layer one to unmute. Click here on this second layer, and then go here on subtract. Just choose your object and then choose in this trunk. This is the content aware fill table, okay? And then after choosing these settings, you have to click here on generate fill layer, okay? So now I have to save this project. Here I can choose some location what I want, okay? So and then you have to rename it as a building, okay? Just name this project and then click here on save. Caps lock is off, okay? Yes, guys, you see my house is disappeared. So now extend these more frames, okay? Let me extend these more frames here on this timeline, and then click here on this fill layer PNG, okay? Let's click here on it, go on time, click here on freeze frame. Okay, so now extend this layer, guys, which we have been created, and so close it, then put it here under of this building. So now let's click here on these buildings, click here on pre-compose, choose for move or attribute. Let me call it as part one of the buildings, okay? So now let me open the eye of this house, okay? You see the house is coming. So and I'm going to separate this house into different parts by using this pen tool. So let me beginning by the top floor, and again I'm going to use this pen tool. So let me select this top floor. No, okay. Yeah, this is good. Okay. So I have to select this top floor, and this is the house part 1, okay? So this is the house part 1. You have to make it sure this house part 1 is masked well as possible, guys, okay? So, and I'm going to duplicate this layer, okay? So duplicate by Ctrl+D and then rename it as part 2, house part 2, okay? So, and then I'm going to mask the second floor, okay? The next floor. Move these top points of this mask, okay? So let me choose 2 floors, okay? Yeah, this one. Guys, you have to mask this house, depends how the house is formed, okay? So, and then this is my second floor, okay? It's already done. So, and then I'm going to duplicate the house part 3, okay? By Ctrl+D on your keyboard, and then move this top point for this mask, okay? So here I have to choose 1 floor, okay? 1 floor. Guys, my house will be separated into 4 parts, okay? And then I'm on the third part. So the third part also is already done. Yeah, this is cool. So yeah, this is great. So, and then let me duplicate the last part of the house, which is on the floor. So now I move these top points of this mask. Yeah, you see, now my house is full, okay? Yeah, this is good. This is good. And then let me put it on the fade up 100. So this is the part 1 of the house, the part 2, part 3, and the last part, okay? This is great. So the next step, guys, I'm going to animate this house, okay? So now let me select those 4 parts of this house, okay? Then click P on your keyboard. Let me add a keyframe for a 100 as a default. So now I have to move to jump like a few frames. Let me put it here, and then let me move this house down, okay? Guys, let me beginning by this part 1. Let me move down this part. Guys, you see the keyframe will be add automatically, guys, okay? Because I move this part, okay? So for here, let me try to extend this bottom floor, okay, in order to be my animation becomes good, okay? Yeah, this is enough. This is good, okay? So now I'm going to move down my second part, okay? So now let me move down, but you have to make sure this blue line is on the beginning of this timeline, okay? And the second part also, when I pray, guys, you see how this house is moving up, okay? So now let me try to reduce this space between these 2 keyframes, okay? And then when I try to play, guys, you see how this house is moving up. That's great, guys. So now, and I have to animate this last floor here, okay? So yeah, let me put it down. Okay, this is good. When I try to animate, guys, you see this is the pretty good animation, guys, okay? So let me reduce the space, okay, between those 2 keyframes. Yeah, you see this is good. And and I'm going to add some other frames, other keyframe between here in the middle, okay? Yeah, let me put it here. Yeah, so yeah, this is good. So for this part 1, I have to put here on the top, okay? the second one too. Let me put it here. You have to arrange these house parts online. No, let me find the third one. Okay, yeah, it's this one, and then let me put it here. Okay, the last one also. Guys, you see how this animation it is, okay? The animation comes from down to up and then come on as default, okay? Yeah, let me try to animate all part of the house, okay? Yeah, this is good. On here, the last one, I can also add a keyframe. Yeah, this is good. So, and I have to select all keyframes. Right click here on it, keyframe assistant, click here on easy. Just it is F9 for a shortcut to smooth this layer, okay? So for smoothing, well, this layer, guys, it is also selected, okay? Go here on the graph and then select those 3 points of this graph. I have to select one by one. Let me smooth it just in this way. Okay, sorry, select, okay, smooth it in this way, guys, okay? And then select this last one. Yeah, just like this, okay? Starting with high speed, ending with low speed, okay? In the middle it is low speed, and in the ending it is also high speed. Yeah, you see, guys, how the stuff is animating. Man, this is so good. This is so good, okay? Just you can use this graph for smoothing, just for animating the smooth animation of your subject, okay? Yeah, man, this is good. This is good. And so let me back here on this layer. And guys, let me try to reduce the space between those keyframe lines, okay? Yeah, it depends how your animation you want to be animated, okay? So, and I have to arrange those 4 house parts in this way, okay? Yeah, man, this is so amazing, okay? You try to arrange the part of the house in this way, okay? And then the last keyframes must be on the same line, except the last part, okay? You see how this stuff is. So let me put on the same line also. Yeah, this is good. This is amazing, guys, okay? And let me try to smooth this last frame again. Yeah, just like this. Then back. You see how there is that. It is, guys. That's on a simple trick, guys. There is no plugin you can use. There is no any plugin which comes out you can use. Just it is only software. So now I'm going to create the shape layer, okay, which makes my house into 3D form. So let me beginning here on this second part of the house. You can, okay, so now I have to draw these shapes in a 3D dimension, guys, okay? Yeah, you have to make sure. Depends how your house is forming, okay, right? You see, this is good and this is pretty, okay? And then let me move this shape 1 on the bottom of this, and then you have to compare with part 2. As guys, you see, I'm beginning of the part 2 of this house, so I have to link with part 2, okay, using this parent link. So, and Ctrl+D for this shape layer, okay? So now I'm going to draw on the shape one, so I have to move this shape on this part one of the house, and I have to use this pen tool for arranging well my shape. Depends on how the part of the house is. Okay guys, you have to make sure to draw it well as possible. And let me move down this, yeah, something like this guys. Okay, for the people who is understanding 3D dimension, they know what I'm doing. Okay, so and then I have to link this shape tool with part one, because this shape tool I have linked on this part one. Guys, you see when I pray, you see how the stuff it is going on. Man, this is the beauty things. Okay, and let me go on the last one, the last part. Okay, on the third part, let me duplicate this shape. Let me duplicate this shape layer 2. Okay, is also I received the shape layer 3. Okay, so and I have to move down on this third house. Okay, and okay, so let me use these points of this masking to arrange well my point. Depends on how this part of this house is. Yeah man, that's so pretty, that's so pretty. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so now let me link it with my part 3 using, so let me link with my part 3. You see, okay, without linking they cannot be good. Okay, link with this part 3. So when you pray guys, this is amazing animation. Okay, yeah, this is good guys. Okay, so guys, you see I have already finishing to animate this house. So open up this motion blur in order to be my animation to be smooth well as possible guys. Okay, so you have to open for these 4 parts of the house and their shapes. Okay, so and the things I'm going to do, I'm going to create an adjustment layer for adding shapes. Okay, right click here, click new, and then adjustment layer. Okay, so go here on effect, search the effect called transform, put it here on this adjustment layer, and then search another effect called slider control, and then drag it here on this adjustment layer. You see I have received it here on this timeline, on this control panel. Duplicate this set control and then open up this effect transform. So click on this position by holding Alt, so and then choose this wiggle. I'm going to add some codes on this slider control. You have to link it. Okay, and then let me link on the slider control too. Okay, you see how the steps is. Okay, and then so let me close this adjustment layer. Okay, this is enough, so let me close it. Okay, so add the keyframe here of this slider 1, slider 2. So open up the slider 1 and the slider 2. Here you see my keyframes is added automatically. So now move back it forward like 2 frames. Let me add another one by adding 5 where my house is finished to be animated. Okay, so I'm trying to add some shakes where my house, you see guys how this footage is shaking. Okay, so and then I have to jump like a few frames and then add some keyframe to reset. You see guys how the stuff is, man, this is so good. Okay, Guys, if you like my video, please don't forget to make subscribe, like, share, and drop the comment down below. I just want to know what you think. See you in next video, and peace.